Hey guys, Eric Crownover from Nerdy Geek Talk, the source for all your nerdy geeky needs, here with Movie Mondays. And joining me, I have Darth Forge. John, how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. And we are here with episode 2 to discuss Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. So we're going to discuss why it stands out, which there's a lot of reasons, isn't there?
Yeah,
Good,
there's
good and
a good
bad.
amount of reasons, good and bad. Yeah,
So if you had to describe this movie in like one word, how would you describe it?
fun.
That's exactly what I would say too. So glad we're on the same page about that. The things that I would say certainly stand out are the action. The way they have the action, I think, is different from most other movies, especially the camera angles. I think that how they have that moving during the fight scenes is really, really neat. I think that's something that really stands out to me in terms of the how they choreograph the fights and stuff like that. And the other thing that stands out is it's kind of a mess. Not kind of a mess, it's a mess. Is there anything else you would say to add into that in terms of what makes it really, what is really, I want to say special, but like stands out with this versus other movies in general?
I think the gadgets should be highlighted as well.
Yeah.
The gadgets are uh, pretty very various items that you wouldn't necessarily think of as a gadget in the first place. But they went and actually created some pretty interesting stuff.
Like that electronic slicing whip.
Yeah.
It sure is something. But and like it's
I
cool
also
for the
like how the
action.
gadgets are specific to each spy group.
Yes. I cannot believe still though after watching it. Like I understand this is a movie where you have to just shut off your brain and watch it and enjoy it because we said like it's a fun movie. It's not a smart movie. The plot is an absolute mess, but I still just can't get over the fact that the two organizations didn't know who each other were. Like if one was born from the other, how do you just forget that? Like that makes
Maybe
no
it was
sense.
maybe it was something that I don't know. I can't really say that because the statesmen didn't know about the Kingsman either. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. Because that's what I was thinking. It's like maybe they were like a splinter group, but that wouldn't explain how the Kingsmen didn't know who the now my mind's blanking who the statesmen didn't know who the Kingsmen were. Like that makes no sense, especially because they went and got I'm forgetting his name, the older guy who died but isn't dead. He's
Um,
back.
the original Galahad,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yeah, they got Galahad, and
Harry.
yeah, and they managed to track him down and save him, but they didn't have any idea who the heck he was. Which is like that just doesn't. How would you have a tracker on someone from an organization that you don't even know? That just doesn't make. Anyways, it's not the point. I would have to say that as mind-boggling as some of the plot points are, especially the president is just flat out evil in this one.
Yeah, it was stereotypical evil president.
Which I was surprised because that was not the direction I thought they would go with that. But
Yeah, same here, but it's whatever.
what did you? Okay, so we're talking about how it makes it special. It's fun and all that. What about the twist? The twist at the end, which leads to the final battle. What did you think about that?
About the
Spoiler
guy that
alert first. Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, although it's not super hard to see coming. At least I didn't think it was too hard to see coming. Agent Whiskey.
yeah, the guy that was a turncoat,
Yes.
technically.
Although, did he
Um,
ever actually work with the bad guys? I think he just didn't want to.
he was just he was more of a foil. He wasn't
Yeah,
a
yeah, I don't think.
villain.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he was because that was something someone was talking to me about. Is that they thought that he was working for the bad guys. I don't think that's ever said, and I certainly didn't take it that way. He just wants it to end. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
want the bad
he
guys
was
to
just
lose. He wasn't working for them. Like he
he
wasn't.
believed in the cause that the bad guys were fighting for. He just wasn't a member or
Yeah,
a part
exactly.
of the
He
bad
wasn't like
guys.
paid off or anything. But what did you think whenever Galahad shot him?
I mean, it was definitely some shock factor. Um, I didn't know what to think at first, but then whenever he started to explain that he thinks he's working with them, then I was kind of like, oh, it probably is going to turn out like that, but they're not going to believe him right now.
Uh-huh. That's kind of I was still shocked whenever he shot him. That was a like a whoa moment, but
Yeah,
I was pretty confident right off the bat. Like, I think he was right, especially when he revived him. That's when I was like, they wouldn't. I was just thinking, I was like, he wouldn't, like, because he used the head gel and everything and saved him. Because I was like, if he was like actually like, if they were using that to scare you and make you think that he was really like delusional, he would have killed him. Because that would have had like the huge shock factor. Like, oh my god, he just it'd be unforgivable, all that. But like, as soon as they like started saving him, I was like, nah, he was right. I thought it was interesting
yeah.
that was the approach he took though, was just shoot him straight in the head. Not like I mean, in all
Well,
fairness, they were
he
surrounded. They
wasn't
didn't
in
have
the
much
correct
time to
state of
do.
mind and
They
stuff
were
like that.
yeah, and they were surrounded. They didn't have time to deal with it even if he was right. So like but he was out of ammo. Like he literally just said, "I'm out of ammo. Give me your gun." Like, and yeah, he was gonna betray you, but like, why didn't you just shoot him in the foot or the hand or something? But you're right, he wasn't in the right state of mind. I didn't think that the twist was too poorly executed though. Like there was enough doubt I think as to whether like that moment obviously was a huge twist, but him ending up being the villain, I thought was like the turncoat in the end. I thought that wasn't too badly done. I mean, it's obvious once he is revived and stuff, like as in they bring back his memory after the headshot. Then it's obvious because she says like, "Oh, she died in a drug bust, all that," and then you're like, "Oh, yeah." What'd you think of
Yeah.
Channing Tatum?
Honestly, from the trailers, I thought he was gonna be in it more.
Yeah, he was in it
Um,
for the trailers.
yeah, and I thought the whole kind of Dancy role thing that he played was hilarious. Um, but he wasn't there for much.
Yeah, I think that it was kind of a dick move to put him in just the trailers. Like that's pretty much. I'd say that almost everything you saw in the trailers of him was
Except for the dancing.
yeah.
I don't think
Not
the dancing was
not
in it.
quite everything, but almost everything
Pretty much
is what you see
everything.
is what you see in
And
the
some of
movie.
the scenes of them sitting in the
True.
little
Yeah. The room before they.
conference room.
Um, but yeah. So I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that they used him basically for marketing. Now his setup. What do you
Yeah,
think
they
about
pretty much.
that? The setup for the next movie with him.
Um,
Do you know what I'm talking
it's
about?
been a while. It's been a while since I
There's
saw the
like an
movie.
end credit scene. It's him walking through the place where the Kingsman base was, and he has like a whole suit on and everything. Like I think he's going to become a Kingsman, not a
Oh,
statesman anymore.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. He was I remember there was a scene where he was standing out in front of the building, but I don't remember the cutscene.
Yeah, that's basically all it was. Is you see him like
Oh,
get out of a fancy car or whatever. He's wearing like a Kingsman suit, and he walks up to the store, and he's like wearing glasses and a hat and everything. Like, so the way I took it is that if there is another sequel, which I'm kind of hoping there is, even though this movie was a mess, I hope there is. Um, I take it that it's going to be like Eggsy and him.
hmm,
Also,
I wouldn't mind that.
Galahad. I mean, I love Galahad, so I would be fine with that too. Um, was it Elton John that was in this too?
Um,
Like who was it again? Now my mind's blanking. You know what I'm talking about too. Talking about right? He's chained up to the piano, everything.
oh yeah.
My mind is totally blanking.
That was actually I really liked even though he wasn't really there doing much, the what he did when he was there was just great. I liked it a lot.
Oh gosh, yeah, and it was Elton John. I just checked real quick. That's what I thought. Yeah, because he sings Wednesday night's all right, not Saturday night. He's like, what day is it? And then he kills a man with a piano. Jeez, I
Yeah.
he was so ridiculous. He was like borderline me hating him because he was so ridiculous. But I think then he made it just ridiculous enough that I was like, okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
It was dangerously close for me, but he did make it.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. because it was ridiculous.
Hmm. Um, but if you had to say, would you want there to be a sequel for one? And second question is, which is better, Kingsman 2 or 1?
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, definitely did like Kingsman 1 a lot better. I could still watch the second movie and enjoy it to no end, and I will be watching this movie again most definitely. And but I did like the first one a lot better. It didn't have as many problems, and the pacing was a little bit better. Now, what was the first question?
Do you want there to be another one, or are you fine with 1 and 2?
I'm fine with one and two, but if they want to make another one, by all means, go right ahead. I will certainly enjoy it.
I think I would like a third one. I'll just say that. I'm not saying that I like they better make a third one. I would like a third one. I'd be okay with that. I'd be on board. Because again, I just get a kick out of these movies. They're so funny. I love them. They're a lot of fun. I need to watch the first one again to decide which I like better. I think the first one is undoubtedly the better movie. Like, so just to make that clear, I think the first one is the better movie, but I might like the second one a bit more, even though it's more of a mess. It's a lot of fun. I can't remember. Also, I dig the soundtrack. There's several songs on the soundtrack that I really love, especially Word Up during the final fight. I loved that. I love that so much. But I need to watch the first one again. I think I'll buy both of them because I don't actually have the first one. Once the second one comes out, Golden Circle comes out on DVD, I'll buy both of them and I think I'll watch them back to back because I think that'd be interesting to do too. And like I said,
I
they're a lot of
watched the
fun.
first one. I watched the first one like a day before I watched the second one.
Was that the
Like
first time you'd seen the first one, or
no,
okay, you just watched it the
I
other?
just rewatched it just to refresh myself for the movie.
Gotcha. But yeah, and it's a type of movie that you could just put on with a bunch of friends and it's fun to watch with. Like it's not a movie that you have to sit alone and analyze like all the time, like Star Wars or something, you know. But this movie you can just have a lot of fun with it. Just have a little party with your friends and put this on because it is hilarious and awesome. Is there anything else you'd pretty much add to this movie? I mean, to this talk about this movie, Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
I thought it was interesting how they actually incorporated a real life debate that's going on in our country into the plot of the movie.
With the whole drugs deal.
Yeah, the whole drugs thing, because I actually know people that have said the words that we are currently in a prohibition right now, in reference to some of the drugs that was being used in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I know people that actually do talk about the this debate like that,
Yeah.
and it made it really compelling for me to like buy into the plot a little bit more. You know what I mean?
At first, I thought you meant the debate on whether or not the drug users should all die. And I was like, um, really? Who's
No.
debating that? I was gonna say, I was like, we have a bunch of evil presidents around, just like that guy essentially. Everyone's just like, yeah, let's just let all the drug users die, cause why not? Like every single one, you know?
No, I'm just talking about the
The
drug
prohibition.
debate in general, just the should we legalize certain things or not
That is interesting,
debate.
and I don't think they really gave like a clear cut stance on that either. I mean, do
Yeah,
you?
they didn't. They definitely showed that. I think they were kind of pushing a little bit more towards if it's not really harming anybody, you should legalize it kind of thing, because with the secretary
Yeah.
or who was it in the
Yeah,
president's
she's the
office,
secretary of something. I
and
know who you're talking about.
yeah, and how like almost everybody was smoking marijuana and stuff like that. I think it was they were trying to make it seem like they're certainly trying to make it show people that more people do that kind of stuff than you think, and that maybe you should kind of rethink your stance on it, kind of thing.
But in all
But I kind of
fairness,
do think they were staying pretty neutral
yeah,
to
because
be
in all
fair.
fairness, later they say with Channing Tatum's character, whenever they revive him, what's her name? The girl says to him like says whatever like, you better find something else to do instead of that, or just stick to booze. That's what she said. So like like hey, maybe this is a reason you shouldn't do drugs. So that's a
Well,
they don't lean either way. I'm just
I,
saying.
I highly doubt that an evil organization will drug all of their drugs to the point where anybody that uses their drugs will die in a certain amount of time.
That's what you
I,
think.
I highly I highly doubt that's going to happen in real
It's
life.
very realistic because
Um,
every single drug deal is organized by one lady who's obsessed with the is it the 50s? What decade was all her stuff?
I don't know. I think it was the 60s actually.
Well, it was one of them. Old stuff much older than
One
either of
one of
us.
those decades in the 1900s.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about it for this episode. So let us know what you think about Kingsman: The Golden Circle, because I totally understand if you hate it. I understand why you would. I, on the other hand, I think I might love it. Like I really really like it. At least it's so much fun. I understand that it's not a great movie overall, but it's a mess that I love. I'm a hot mess, so I can love that hot mess too. Anyways, check out our other
Uh,
podcasts and check us out on Twitter. I'm at Eric Crowbar or at Aramis Prime on Instagram if that's your thing. And John, what's your Twitter?
my Twitter is at Darth_Forge.
Mm-hmm. And links for those will be in the description below. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because I always forget to say that. I've been remembering actually lately. Look at me go. I'm improving. Yeah,
Great job.
that's about it. Well, thanks. All right, bye.